everyone, 2 makeup looks for you this week. Max Factor are the official makeup partner of the new Star Wars movie, Star Wars The Force Awakens. Their global creative design director, Pat McGrath, has created 6 makeup looks that have been designed around iconic Star Wars characters, and they're grouped into pairs of light side and the dark side, so kind of themed around the idea of the film. And Max Factor want to inspire women to take elements of these looks, play around with them, have fun, make them more wearable. So this week I have 2 videos, as I said. The first one is this one, which is my light side look inspired by Pat McGrath's droid, and the other one is the dark side look inspired by Stormtrooper, but that's later on in the week. So beautiful and glowy, this one. Let's go back to the start and see how I did it. So the point of this look basically is that I want it to be as glowy as it can possibly be without me looking like an actual robot. I'm starting off with a primer. This is Charlotte Tilbury's Wonder Glow. Now my foundation's pretty glowy anyway, but it's just to give it that added little hit of sheen from underneath. And then going straight in with foundation, I'm using the Max Factor Miracle Match Foundation. I've used this in a lot of videos recently. I'm using shade 40. Normally I use shade 50, but I've gone a little bit paler recently. So just making sure I blend that in underneath the jawline and around the ears. And I've got a little bit over the eyelids as well, just blended in. And then I don't really need too much extra coverage really, because it's quite a full coverage foundation, but I'm going to go in just over my circles with the Diego de la Palma concealer. And now for the added glow, I'm using a highlighter stick. This is called the Bio Brightener, and this is from Well People. And I'm just drawing it on rather clumsily, tops of the cheekbones, just underneath the brow, and then just patting that in with my fingers. Well, you could use your foundation brush, but it can be a little bit aggressive sometimes, and then you lose all of the product. And then going in with my Hourglass Ambient Lighting Kit, I'm just taking some of that powder on the top of the cheekbones, and then taking the more pinky shade and using that just for a hint of colour. Slightly unusual use for it, but in daylight it looks really glowy and pretty. So we've got proper megawatt shine going on there. And then just to add a little bit more, I'm using one of the Excess Shimmer shadows from Max Factor, just a tiny bit on my fingertip, because it is very, very shimmery, and just dotting that onto the lid and blending out. So this is just a gesture really, rather than anything too heavy, because it's all about taking the droid look as inspiration and making it more wearable, and I think that this is really wearable. It's actually quite a nice little party look if you didn't want to do a classic smoky eye or a dark lip. If you do want to do those things, then you need to watch the next video, which is the dark side video. Mascara, I'm using the Max Factor False Lash Effect, and this is the Star Wars edition, Force Awakens. And I just want it to be really subtle, so just a very quick coat of that. I'm just applying it in quite a feathery little way. And then to finish off, just a little bit of lipstick. This is the Max Factor Star Wars lipstick, and this is in shade 40. So just the tiniest hint of that to the centre of the lips, just makes them look a little bit plumper. And there we have it, a very glowy, glamorous look, perfect for daytime, but even better for a party look if you want to amp it up. So this is my wearable version of Pat McGrath's droid look. Hope that you've enjoyed it. Make sure you tune in later on in the week to see my dark side look.